There was a time in my journey where I would have never, ever thought to look within myself for wisdom. But it's funny because even back then, if a friend was in need, there was always this innate urge, if you will, to inspire, to empower. No matter what I was going through in my life, there was always something within me that would, attempt to uplift any of my close friends or somebody else who was down and out, if that makes sense. But when I was feeling low or when I was feeling down and out, there was a period in my life where I would have never thought to look within myself for wisdom. And you manifested this message so to remind yourself of the following. You are not going to ever experience more peace in parenthood or in general if you refuse to look within yourself for wisdom and inspiration. Because in the heat of the moment, well, number one, because wisdom, genius, brilliance is within you. Also, in the heat of the moment, when you are extremely triggered by your child and where you tend to hit them and scream at them the most, in the heat of the moment, you can't depend on people and things outside of you to support you in that moment. You have to rely on yourself, which is not a bad thing because, again, genius, brilliance is within you. So whenever you're faced with a problem or a situation, there's nothing wrong at all with looking outward, books, inspiration, YouTube videos, your coaches, etc. But if you want to change your life and experience more peace in parenthood and profound transformation in key areas of your life, finances, with your child, etc., start practicing to state the problem and then to ask yourself, what words of wisdom would you give your 25 or 30-year-old child if they had come to you with that same problem? What this can look like sometimes practically is, let's say your child breaks something in the kitchen and you're very triggered and you admit it and you say, the problem is I want to spank them right now because I am so pissed off and I am so upset and I've had to repeat myself over and over and over again about the same situation, and here we are now, another broken glass, and the problem I see right now is that I feel like I have to spank them and scream at them in order for them to listen to me. Now, imagine that your 30-year-old daughter had come to you and told you the exact same problem. What would you tell them? Honestly, again, this practice is really for the sincere seeker who is attempting to really break these cycles and who has already realized that they are committed to peace over war within the home. Truly, what would you tell your child if they came to you with that same problem? For most of you who are still tuning into this video, you would be able to break out some serious freaking wisdom to your child when it comes down to her telling you, hey mom, your grandchild just did XYZ and I feel like all I can do is hit them and scream at them at this point. The amount of the wisdom that would come through you to your child is mind-blowing. I'm already aware of that. The message here, though, is start to really practice doing that type of inquiry within yourself when you are triggered or faced with a problem, and start taking your own advice. Start creating your life around your own inner wisdom by stating the problem and then really giving yourself permission to express to yourself or out loud or write it down in a journal what you would tell your child if she was faced with the same problem 20, 30 years from now, and follow your own wisdom. For a little bit more context regarding the message in this video, read what's below in the description box.